Let's take a look at an example in the editor. Let's go through the code for reading just one line from the file. Data.txt is a text file that contains sample text. Let's see if we can print this first line to the console. We start by saving the file name of the file we want to read in a variable. So let's use file name, and our file is data.txt. Next, we use the open function to open the file in read mode. So let's save that to a variable, and we want to open file name, and we can include the R, but that is also our default mode, so we don't need to include it, and it will still open it in read mode. We read one line from the file using the readLine method. So we can use file.readLine, and let's save that in a variable called line. Let's use the print function to see what we have. So let's just print line, and we'll need to close our file to ensure proper file handling. Let's try it out. Awesome. It looks good, but we can see that we do have an extra line because of that new line character. So if I wanted to take that out, I can use our strip method. And when I run it now, I see that that new line, its extra line is not included. Now that we've read one line from the file, let's update the code to read all the lines one by one using a while loop. So before we use the while loop, we have saved our first line using the readLine method to a variable called line. As long as we have not reached the end of the file, there should be characters to read. We know we have reached the end of the file if an empty string is returned, so we can use this to control our while loop. We'll use the not equal to operator to continue the loop as long as we haven't reached the end of our file. So while a line is not equal to the empty character, we are going to strip the new line characters from line and then print that line. And we will need to update that value of line by calling this method again inside the while loop. Now we're updating the value of line, and it will continue until it reaches the end when line is an empty character, and we'll finish our program and we'll close our file. Perfect.